Before we get started, I just want to feature one of my followers' drawings. Actually, 3 drawings of his. His name is Karan__Jane, and he sent me 3 awesome drawings. And you have a wonderful work. Thank you so much for supporting me. I look forward to seeing the rest of your work. Since you sent me 3 drawings, I'm just going to feature them all here. I really love that one with the trees. I remember drawing trees obsessively when I was a teenager, and that picture just really takes me back. Keep up the wonderful work, and let's get into the video. My name is Jasmine, and I am a colored pencil artist. I also do graphite drawings, and I specialize in realistic portraits of people mostly. Sometimes I do draw animals. It depends on the mood that I'm in and what I have planned out. And today we are using one of my really old drawings that was questionable. That drawing took me a little while to finish, but mostly because I had 2 nervous breakdowns. I cried twice. I had to go back and redo and fix things before I finished it. It was just really aggravating, and I was so relieved when it was finished. So this drawing is from 2017. It is my drawing of Wonder Woman. I decided to draw it because I never drew her before, and I was really in a superhero phase, and I really want to get back into that phase and draw some more people. Today we're going to be talking about niches and if they're important for artists. So if you're not familiar with what a niche is, it's basically a specialty, and we're really going to be focusing on why that is important for artists. If you're looking to grow as an artist, especially online, it's super important for your work to stand out, and you want people to really be drawn to your work and really be attracted to it. So we're just going to be going over a few things today that I have learned in the last year about that, and how it changed my artwork and how it changed my online art profile. I also have some input from one of my friends. His name is Pete, and he's going to his input is going to be here as well. He sent me some notes on why niches are important in the type of field of work that he does. So he actually specializes in digital drawings and printing. I'm going to be reading what he sent me because I find it very, very insightful when it comes to niches and why they are just crucial. Why they can be crucial to an artist that is looking to expand online. Now, I have been drawing since I was a small child. I've worked with a lot of different medias and tried out a lot of different styles. I didn't start working with realism until probably my early 20s. I did spend a lot of time on it, but so that's probably like the thing that I spent the most time on, the style that I spent the most time on. In the online art community, if you are a part of that, even if you're just an observer, you may notice that certain people that you follow, their work may carry a theme. So they may not do a bunch of different styles of things and different projects. They may focus on one specific thing, and every time you see a post, you automatically know that it's them. But why is that? Whenever you see somebody's work, does it have certain colors in it? Does it have a certain appearance? Do they photograph it a certain way? How do you know that it's them every time they upload? With all of the social media that exists, we artists have a lot to choose from to market or even just showcase our work. There's so many platforms out there, it's insane. But why are some people successful online when it comes to turning their art into a business and others struggle? A niche can be unique to you. When you're marketing your artwork, it can be difficult to stand out online. That's coming from somebody who struggles for years to try to get out there and get my work out there to try to draw in clients. It's so difficult, and it can be very, very frustrating at times. A side note is I did find a course last year by an artist that I follow. Her name is Danny Trudeau. I did take a brief course that she offered. She had some kind of a Black Friday sale, so I was like, what the heck? Let me just sign up for it and see if she helps me out. So I didn't only sign up for her lessons, I also signed up for a few email lists from other people who work in that field of teaching online courses, and they help you grow your online art profile. You don't always have to buy their courses. Sometimes just the information that they give you in emails is extremely useful. That is something that I took advantage of. I made more money with artwork last year than I did any of the previous years combined. I really tried to make adjustments in my work, and I wanted to make sure that the way that I present my work looks really organized. That was something that I didn't think at first was that important, but it really sets you apart from other people. Even if you work in a similar style from someone else, the way that you present your work could be a lot different. Some of the changes I made last year were changing my Instagram and my YouTube name. I also changed my website name. I made it a little bit more generic looking, and generic sounding, because it's just my name. It's not the name that it was before, and that kind of helped me advance a little bit. I felt like that was another part of maturing as an artist. I wanted to be taken more seriously because I look young, and I think people think that I'm like a child artist because I look so young. So I had to do other things like put my age in my bio or my About Me page. I also had to put like things that I like and what type of work do I offer people. Example is I don't do logo work. Last year I also learned that the amount of an audience you have does not mean that you will make a lot of money as an artist. So just because you're marketing your work in front of this huge audience of people, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're more successful than somebody with a very, very small audience. For example, there's people that have 700,000 followers that are artists, and there's people that have only 7,000, and they could make the same amount of sales. And the reason for that is because they find the people that will actually buy their work. So it's about the type of people. It's finding it's like the right audience, not the largest audience. So when somebody looks at your work, they want to be like, I'm looking for such and such. Does this person do that type of work? If you put that in your bio, then you're not really going to get people asking you, oh, can you do logos? Can you do cartoons? When it clearly says that I only do realistic pet portraits, or I only do drawings of fruit and vegetables. He wrote, niches are a huge part of getting work for me as an artist and printer. You determine who your audience is based off of your niche. Your target audience should never be other artists. For like you, they struggle in their creative pursuits just like you do, and at times do not have the means to monetize their creativity or productivity. That being said, your niche is your theme, and your customer or audience base comes from there. It should also be noted that there are times that artists do come from this niche, however, it is rare. Your niche can be anything from fan art of your favorite anime to your favorite comic book hero. Ideally, you want to carve out a niche where people have money so they can pay you for your interpretation of what is good or what should be. You'll have to find out what that is, and if you can stay sane doing it as a job or career. That's a hassle, but it's worth putting time in if you yourself believe your content is worth the effort and time to be monetized for profit. Your goal on establishing a niche should be like claiming a private island or personal space. Let me just stop there. I really like that part because that is just like a really simple way of putting it. If you buy a private island, it's just yours and you can do whatever you want with it. So he continues to write, for its customers and client base are your lifeblood, so competition needs to be kept at bay, and you must stay active and affirm why your art style matters, hence why you do. And that's another good point, is you can show why your art matters, why it's important to the world, why you need to get it out there. And he continues, know you'll run into difficulties establishing a niche, like how your artwork can be utilized. If you keep this in mind, you'll go far. If you don't, you'll see a lot of what was made was wasted, and so was your time. My work has evolved over the years, but when I first started sharing it, there was no theme, there was no story, no specific style, no consistency in the quality of work that I produced. You want it to be consistent. Even if you don't specialize in one type of drawing, you could also do like a series of drawings that have a certain style, like 5 to 10 drawings that have like a theme, or like a color theme, or a specific style, or like a certain image or a certain set of images. One good example would be C.J. Hendry. So she doesn't draw the same thing over and over again unless it's for a specific series. She sets up a series, I want to say every year. I could be wrong, it might be less frequently than that, but every series that she does a certain number of drawings, and then she moves on to her next subject. Leave a comment below on other ideas I should do for these episodes. I really want to hear your thoughts on that. You can follow me at jasminebaker.artist. You can follow Pete at MrBB3K. I will leave it here on the screen. If you are interested in a custom drawing, I am definitely available for commissions. I am only taking 2 slots for the rest of this year, so if you want something done this year, now is the most wonderful time to contact me. It's the best time to contact me so we can get that set up as early as possible. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye!